From our studio and our office at the corner of 8th and Walton in Bentonville, Arkansas, welcome to Saturday Morning Meeting. Brought to you in part by Dun & Bradstreet Credibility Corp., the leading provider of credit and credibility solutions for businesses. Saturday Morning Meeting covers Walmart, Sam's Club, and the consumer product companies that are represented on the racks and shelves throughout the country and around the world. Our focus is on the insights, trends, and best practices to help you as a supplier grow your business with the world's largest retailer. I'm Andy Shook, and thanks for joining us. Our next Retail Her guest is Alison Gutterman of Jelmar. She shares her background expertise and advice for starting a business in a warm conversation with Loria Oliver. Now, how do you sell a product that nobody really wants to talk about? Kelly Brezoczky of Butterfly is here today to give you the steps to make it happen. But first, the headlines. Looks like Walmart's commitment to e-commerce has paid off. Cyber Monday proved to be Walmart's biggest online orders day ever. A Walmart press release reports 1.5 billion page views on Walmart.com between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. The press release credits several factors for the promotion's success, including an increase in the number of sales items, as well as the introduction of the Cyber Monday Evening Edition that targeted 9 to 5 employees who prefer to shop after getting home from work. There's been a lot of hand-wringing in recent years over large Black Friday crowds. That concern may be waning, however. CNBC reports that numbers from the National Retail Federation indicate an 11% reduction in the number of Black Friday shoppers this year. Analysts claim that online promotions plus extended Black Friday sales that started before the Thanksgiving holiday may have discouraged shoppers from heading out to the shops this year. Walmart's board of directors recently welcomed a new member. MarketWatch reports that Tom Horton, former CEO of American Airlines, has joined its board of directors. Horton is the 16th member of the Walmart board of directors. Tom will also serve as a member of Walmart's audit committee. Walmart continues to shake up its Chinese operations. Last week, Bloomberg reported that Walmart had to let go 30 Chinese executives in a management restructuring. Now, NASDAQ.com reports that Walmart has laid off an additional 250 mid to low-level employees. The staffing cutbacks follow Walmart's 2013 announcement that it would be closing underperforming stores. Still, Walmart plans to open several new supercenters in China and is investing in the development of a Zhuhai shopping mall. The mall will open in 2016. Despite setbacks in developing its retail business, Walmart India continues to move forward with its wholesaling operations. Z News reports that Walmart India has developed a B2B e-commerce platform for use by members of its Best Price modern wholesale store in Rajahmundry, providing online services to all of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Santa will be delivering a makeover to food pantries this Christmas. In a recent press release, Walmart announced that it will provide a facility improvement grant of $20,000 to 75 food pantries. Grants will be awarded to food pantries that receive the most votes from community supports. Now through December 12th, you can vote for your favorite pantry at Walmart.com Holiday Makeover. A family heirloom, some words of wisdom, and a woman-run company. Alison Gutterman of Jelmar shares her story now.
Joining me today is Alison Gutterman, president of Jelmar. Jelmar is a household cleaning company with brands you know and love like CLR and TarnX. It's been in Alison's family for 3 generations. Now she's recognized as its CEO and leader. Thank you so much for being here today, Alison.
Thank you for having me.
Coming all the way down from the Windy City.
Yes, to beautiful Northwest Arkansas.
Yes. So I love the story of how Jelmar got started. Your grandfather and his business partner had $2,000 in seed money and a handshake. When I talk to today's retail leaders and entrepreneurs of consumer product good companies, they often kind of get lost in the minutia of planning, stage 1, stage 2, so forth, so on, and never get to the execution phase. What advice could you give to someone who's struggling with taking that leap of faith?
Sometimes you got to just take a deep breath and say, I'm going to do it. You know, you don't necessarily learn about success until you fail. And just because you start a business doesn't mean that you're going to fail. When my father started, it wasn't as easy as it is today. There was no such thing as a viral campaign. There was no such thing as instantaneous recognition. It was so localized that he really had to build store by store, retailer by retailer. And today, if you have a great idea or product, it can bloom instantaneously. And we have to remember that almost all of the products that we touch, we wear, we see, they all started from an entrepreneur's idea somewhere in their head. So at some point, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit, you just have to kind of take the deep breath and say, I'm going to do it.
Right. I think for our friends watching at home, if you can, tweet it out, write it in your business journal. What Alison just said was so important. You don't know success until you fail. So don't be afraid to fail and try things and get to where you need to be.
Right, because in every failure, there's a lesson, and it will help you succeed the next time you try something. I mean, maybe your business didn't fail, maybe just that one aspect or the packaging or the name of the product wasn't right for what the consumer was looking for. So,
well, speaking of your grandfather, you're wearing a ring that he's passed down to you, or through your family has been passed down to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, you know, I wear it almost all the time. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, as I have little kids, but this is one of the most important items of jewelry I have because it was his, and he started the company, and I received the ring from my parents for my 10th anniversary of working at the company. So it reminds me of all of my successes, and it reminds me not to be afraid to fail, and it reminds me to pound the pavement all the time. We used to talk about, we used to have an award for the Manny Gutterman Rep of the Year award, and it was a shoe that had a hole in it as a plaque, and it reminded our salespeople that you have to pound the pavement, and you have to make sure that you satisfy what your customers want, and you have to keep on going back and keep on going back, and eventually you'll succeed.
Yeah, I love that, Alison. Thank you so much for sharing that story about the ring, too. Jelmar has been on the shelves of Walmart for 20 years.
Yes.
How was that relationship established?
Well, you know, sometimes randomness happens in your life, and it was a random act. My dad was at a convention, and an executive of Walmart was walking down the aisle with his wife, and she turned to him and said, I love this product, but I can't get it in your stores, and I really think that you should carry it. And a few weeks later, my father got a call from an executive at Walmart. The message had gotten down to the right person, and he was invited down, made a presentation, and we started to sell Walmart.
That's huge.
Yeah, it was, you know, but sometimes, as you know, we talked about before, entrepreneurs taking that leap of faith, sometimes the randomness of life also helps you succeed in business.
Right. No, I love that. I really do. Yeah. Our last question, and one of my favorites here at Retail Her, we have a beautiful photo of you as a preteen. Looking back now at that young girl, what 3 tips would you give her, 2 or 3 tips would you give her on how to navigate this life today?
Well, I would probably say that she should have more fun. I think that probably maybe growing up, did not have as much joyfulness and exuberance as I could have, but I would caution that and make sure that she knows not necessarily to put everything that she does on a social media site, because it doesn't go away. People think that it does, but it doesn't. And offhanded joking comments that you might make, and you type them up, people can't understand that, and it might just turn into a much bigger problem and a bullying situation than it would have when I was growing up, when you could actually look at somebody and explain what you were talking about. And I would say, make sure that you find mentors in your life that are women or men that can help you navigate where you want to go, and to ask questions. Ask your grandparents questions. Find out about their history. Find out about their struggles. Find out about what their wishes were in their lives. I think that in today's fast-paced society, we're really losing all of that history and all of those really important stories and lessons that they have. I know that I still use my father as a source of information and thoughtfulness when I need to, and his advice is still valuable today.
No, you talk about your father so lovingly on your blog, so I definitely know that's true. Thanks so much for being here, Alison. I really enjoy getting to talk to you and get to know you a little bit better. Saturday morning meeting. We'll be right back.
Retail Solutions is the market leader helping advance reporting and analytics with Walmart suppliers around the globe. We manage the data for you, automate data integration, attribution, and reports, and then help you focus on activities that will drive the most value. To do this, RSI works with you to perform a business value assessment to identify the largest value opportunities in your business. If improving results in sales through better insights and execution and efficiencies are important to you, contact RSI today.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area. Call 479-659-1260 today. Become a smarter supplier. Take 8th and Walton's Beginning Retail Link class. Designed for both the beginner and the super wanting a refresher, this course takes a hands-on approach to the most common aspects of Retail Link. In this one-day course, you'll learn how to navigate Retail Link with ease, how to personalize your dashboard, and how to build a basic query. Become a smarter supplier. Contact 8th and Walton today.
There are some product categories that make me a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Well, get comfortable because we have one more for you right now. With me today is Kelly Brezoczky of Butterfly to talk about a one-of-a-kind product. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you.
So glad you can make it in today. So, Kelly, how did you get to where you're at today? Tell me your history.
You know, I think our company and being a Walmart supplier is really a story about my career coming full circle.
Okay.
I started as a consumer products innovator and marketer at Procter & Gamble a long time ago and had the great fortune of working in an adjacent category, feminine hygiene.
Okay.
And so I had some experience with products, related products, and when I understood how big the unmet need was for a product like Butterfly, I felt compelled to make a difference.
So what is this product?
Butterfly.
Tell me about Butterfly.
Butterfly is a product that a lot of people addresses an unmet need that a lot of people don't like to talk about. And our product is a product for little bowel leaks. It's a
little bowel leaks.
It's a condition also known as accidental bowel leakage, or ABL.
ABL, okay.
And it's not something that people want to talk about. It's not something that people know a lot about.
Well, you probably don't talk to your friends about it to find out if they found a solution for it because there's somewhat of some embarrassment probably linked with it, right?
And most people do exactly what you just said. They feel very alone, and they feel like they must be the only people that have this. And yet all of the literature will show that over 30 million women and men experience little bowel leaks, or ABL, and today there's no good solutions.
So what are the solutions? I mean, what have people done in the past?
So you'd be surprised.
Okay.
Some people walk around with toilet paper tucked up their bum every day.
Okay.
Some people cope with just extra pairs of underwear. Some people wear products like panty liners, for example. But the challenge with all of these is that little bowel leaks are just like I said, they're little. And so...
Well, so I've seen, you know, the Depends or a diaper, right, that people wear. Is that a solution?
Not really.
So we're not talking about a lot. We're talking about a little bowel leak. Okay,
we're talking about little leaks, right? And so a product like a disposable brief really is not a good solution for people who have this. And it's interesting because the marketplace has developed around more of a disposable brief, a Depend type product.
And we've seen commercials on those. I mean, a lot of people are more familiar with that. So how does your product work? What is it?
So our product, I like to tell people, it's like a panty liner for the bum.
Okay.
And it's really for light or moderate leakage. So for people who have larger leakage, it wouldn't be a good solution for. But for the 90% of people that have light leakage today, that have no product solution, I think Butterfly is a really great solution for them.
Tell me a little bit about how what types of things bring on a situation like this? From what I understand, it can be like an accident, so it can be a temporary problem that people are having something with, or it can be a chronic problem.
Correct. And there's lots of surprisingly common conditions that cause people to have ABL. Things such as all of the digestive disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, you may have heard of IBS or IBD, Crohn's and colitis, people that just experience chronic diarrhea. Sometimes triggers can be certain types of foods like caffeine and artificial sweeteners and spicy foods. So some people have a chronic condition and some people have a condition that has triggers, right? Strenuous exercise can be a trigger for some people, and lots of conditions like obesity, diabetes, all of the diseases that have any neurological effects. So for example, diabetes, MS, Parkinson's, all of those can result in people having little leaks. And
so what does this product look like?
So this product looks like, it's shaped like a butterfly.
It's shaped like a butterfly.
Shaped like a butterfly.
The name. Okay.
And I like to tell people it's really, truly like a panty liner for the bum. So it's the first and only product that's an absorbent product that puts protection up in between, adheres up into between the buttocks, discreetly and comfortably. And people who get it in the right place tell us they don't even feel it. And I think that's one of the great, the really important aspects when you're working with disruptive innovation and products that people have not used before, is that sometimes it takes practice to learn how to use them. And I think
education.
And education. And I think one of the greatest learnings that we've had at Butterfly is that it's really important that consumers understand it might take some practice. And so when we do our free sampling, for example, we make sure that we give people 3 pads so they have the opportunity to practice to learn how to get it right. But all of our research shows us that with 3 tries, that 3 tries, that over 70% of people get it right and they hardly feel it at all.
So you first approached Walmart with Butterfly a couple years ago, and what was the response? Why Walmart first?
You know, this is a big problem. It affects a lot of people. And so Walmart...
30 million is a big number.
It is. And I just felt like with Walmart's position in the marketplace, in the continence care area, that Walmart was a place that our product needed to be to help people.
And is Walmart the leader in that category?
They are.
They are. So you went to Walmart first. What was their response?
They were very supportive. But it just took us some time and conversations. So they...
so they didn't want to talk about it either. Well, Kelly, before you tell us more about what happened with Walmart and the conversations you had with them, we're going to take a quick break. Saturday morning meeting. We'll be right back.
Trying to get your product noticed by retailers and customers? Rapid Prototypes in Bentonville can help with packaging, displays, renderings, signage, and much more. They are called Rapid Prototypes for a reason. Rapid turnaround and rapid response time to your needs. Need 2-week turnaround? Easy. Need 2-day turnaround? No problem. Need 2-minute turnaround? Let's talk. At Rapid Prototypes, we're always willing to go the extra mile for you. Rapid Prototypes, across from Cassano's Pizza on Walton Boulevard in Bentonville. Call 479-273-3278.
Every day, shoppers are bombarded with traditional brand messages outside the store in hopes that these marketing dollars will drive in-store sales. Closure Media drives retail sales by connecting brands with 95 million Walmart shoppers per year while they are in the store. Through innovative programs at Walmart's photo and money centers, Closure Media converts Walmart shoppers to purchasers of your brand. With reported redemption rates up to 7 times the national FSI average, Closure Media drives sales. For more info, visit us at closuremedia.com.
Bentonville Commerce, less than 1 mile from the Walmart home office. You'll love the convenience, amenities, and customized options Bentonville Commerce offers. For more information, call 479-659-1260 today.
And we're back with Kelly Brezoczky. Kelly, you made your first call at Walmart, and Walmart didn't want to talk about it. Well, maybe they wanted to talk about it, but what happened?
I think they really understood that this had the potential to be a category-creating product. And they were very supportive. I think at the time they just didn't want to be first. And so we got started with Target. We had some very early success with Target. And I came right back to Walmart.
And look what's happening.
And we had, as often in this business, there were buyers had changed, and I think we had some early traction at Target, and we had a buyer that I think is really committed to making sure that they're serving the needs of Walmart's customers.
Okay.
And
this fell within the goals that this buyer had in the direction that he was going?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, our product allows people to live better. And so I think we have a very parallel vision about what this opportunity is and the opportunity for it.
So, you know, it's interesting because a lot of suppliers that call in Walmart are somewhat frustrated at sometimes because they come in and the buyer says no. But no doesn't necessarily mean never, right?
Sometimes it means not yet.
Exactly. And I think that's something for suppliers to know is that right now may not be the time. It may not work within a modular review or something that's going on with the but there may be the right time, and you just have to keep coming back and find that right time that really fits well for them. And it sounds like you did that. So how did you get on the shelf? What happened?
I would say we came back.
Okay.
We continued to share the data that we had on our product. I think for us, you know, we are serving an unmet need that no other products exist today. And so it makes a difference, I think, when you're truly adding to a category or adding to an assortment with something that's truly differentiated.
Right.
And so we had a buyer.
And how do you educate the consumer? I mean, because that's really the hardest part, isn't it?
And I would say the hardest part of what we're doing is really making consumers aware that what they have is a thing. You know, that these little leaks they experience are actually something, and there's things they can do about it. And so part of our mission is really, it's about Butterfly the product, but it's also about improving wellness for people who have ABL.
Right.
And so we've also set up a nonprofit foundation that has supported a new website called ablinfo.org that provides educational resources to people who have ABL.
Well, and I would assume that most people, I mean, I know we do it at home all the time, right? We we have to go online to find out what our problem is, and then all of a sudden it directs us into certain paths, and then we can start finding some solutions to those problems. Is that kind of how people are finding this as well?
Exactly, but the challenge with something like ABL is that today consumers don't have words.
That's
and so if we were a Pfizer or a large pharmaceutical company, we would put hundreds of millions of dollars to teach people we would teach people what ABL is alongside the launch of potentially a new pharmaceutical solution.
Right.
In our case, we're a small company. We actually are well funded, and we're certainly investing in building awareness of Butterfly and about ABL. But I think it just takes time. You know, category creation takes time. It takes patience.
It does.
And I think it takes...
And it takes a good buyer to stand alongside you while you're doing those things, you know, to come alongside that. So how is Walmart helping you then to educate consumers?
What Walmart done has been remarkable. I tell people all the time that, you know, Walmart is doing more than WebMD to help people understand how to live better with ABL right now. I hope that's not the case for long, and that we're able to make some progress with the digital health community about embracing educational resources for ABL. I think we're on the brink of a real sea change in terms of the digital health community embracing this as a real condition. But certainly Walmart has paved the way. They allowed us to, we built what's called a microsite within walmart.com, so you can visit walmart.com/butterfly.
Okay.
And on that, we not only share information about our product, but we also provide tips for people who have ABL.
Let's talk a little bit about that. To build a site like that, how did you do that with Walmart?
We asked the buyer. We started by talking to the buyer about, because this is a totally new product that requires education, we wanted to be able to provide that education within walmart.com also. So we designed the creative materials that we felt like would be well suited to that environment. And then we worked collaboratively and closely with Triad, which is a Walmart agency of record that manages those programs.
And this allows people to get that education that they need. So that educational video really helps consumers understand how the product works and how important it is.
Well, I think it's wonderful that a company like Walmart has taken the opportunity to put this product on the shelf that's going to help millions of people.
So what advice can you give to other suppliers who have a product that not many people know about?
It's a lot of hard work. I feel like think we're doing a lot of heavy lifting on teaching people, making people aware about a condition that so many people face. But most importantly, to give people hope that there's things you can do. And Butterfly is part of the solution, but you know, there are so many chronic conditions that affect us as we start to get older that with little things can make a big difference. And I think that we're on a path to do that. And I think for new suppliers, if you're delivering products that make a difference in people's lives, that are truly differentiated, I think Walmart can be a really great partner.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate this information about Butterfly. And even though we had a subject that we shouldn't have talked about, we did talk about it and we got through it. So thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Saturday morning meeting. We'll be right back.
I walk in every day and I just take a deep breath and I'm like, I can't believe where it's gone, where it's come to. Blood, sweat, and tears, and then some. Everything to build the company where it's at. I'm Billy Westbrook, and Scrub Blade is an idea I had. I wondered, why don't wiper blades scrub your windshield? If they're going back and forth, why don't they scrub the windshield while they're doing it? You know, I was making barely any money to survive. I was living on an air mattress at a friend's house, completely stripped down to nothing. It's just me. I was like, I'm going to give this 100% and see what happens with it. And that was in 2006. It's 2014 now, and I've never stopped. In the journey of Scrub Blade, we had a huge opportunity to do a big test with Walmart. And if I would have worked all those 8 years and neglected my business credit, I wouldn't have had the biggest opportunity of our journey. Dun & Bradstreet Credibility is a huge partnership for Scrub Blade. They share the knowledge really well, go through your credit rating with you and explain what this means and what that means. We're starting a big test with AutoZone, and I mean, they're the largest automotive retailer in the world. It's going to take our company to the next level and beyond. What drives me, what keeps me going, is my family. Yeah. My job is to take care of my family, and it gives me a lot of pride to know that I can do that. And at the same instance, Dun & Bradstreet Credibility is taking care of me, or my entity, Scrub Blade. I mean, it's still a small company, but big in my eyes. We want to have fun with it. We want to bring people in along for the journey. You know, life's a journey. Get a clearer view. That's what Scrub Blade's tagline is, and it means everything.
My colleagues and I were lucky enough to have a custom course put together for us by Ethan Walton and Iris, our instructor. It focused on all the different aspects of what an analyst might need from retailing to work with Walmart. I think what surprised me most is that there were so many things that I had not been using in Retail Inc. that would be valuable for me and that I hadn't attempted to use yet. And also just some tips and shortcuts. Iris has a lot of experience, and she knows how to help you find things that are going to help you do your work.
Our thanks to all of today's guests. In the upcoming weeks, we'll speak with Ken Simpson of Clorox. He tells us his key learnings from a Clorox event targeted toward the Hispanic consumer. And then it's time for our end of the year special. It's on the top 10 Walmart headlines of 2014 with commentary from some very special guests. As always, we appreciate your taking the time to join us. If you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. I'm Andy Shook, and from all of us at Saturday Morning Meeting, thanks for watching. Our guests enjoy staying at 21C Museum Hotel and hosting dinners, meetings, and product launches there.